Hey YouTube, I'm Steve.
And I'm Ben.
And this is Whiskey-N-Cigars. We're coming back at you with another video. Tonight we're going to do benchmark bonded to go along with one of our earlier videos. If you look back a couple weeks ago, we did one benchmark small batch. This is the next one we're going to do, benchmark bonded. There are several other benchmark whiskeys or bourbons that we're going to try, and we'll add them, and then at the end we'll put them all together in a video and we will rate them best to worst. So with that, we'll continue on. Ben brought something he wants to talk about here, so I'll hand it over to Ben and let him talk a little bit about what he brought tonight.
Alright, so I have my humidor here. I got it on my last weekend, and it just came in. Oh yeah, it has a drawer right here where you can hold all your cutters and lighters, so it's pretty neat. It looks like it holds quite a bit of cigars. Can't give you the number off the top of my head, but I'm definitely happy with this. I bought this on Amazon. Can't remember the brand off the top of my head, but I did choose the cigars, and we have Romeo by Romeo y Juliet. And if you watched the last video, we smoked the Davidoff Yamasa.
Yep.
And that one was all the way on the boldness scale. This one, Romeo by Romeo y Juliet, was also all the way on the boldness scale. So I know you mentioned in the video that it didn't have a lot of flavor.
No, I didn't say it didn't have a lot of flavor. I rated it a little lower than you did. I rated it like a 6 or a 6.5 because of the flavor of it was a little different than what I like for my taste.
Well, today we'll try two different brands rated all the way at the boldness scale, so we can compare those two.
Sounds good. I just got to throw something in on his humidor versus my two humidors back here. I got the big one on the bottom and the small one a little bit smaller than this one on the top right here, and my big one's on the bottom right here. Both of those don't have a built-in humidifier portion to them. I have to add like a humipack or something like that to it to keep humidity in there. Where Ben's, this one he bought, has an actual humidifier that you fill up and you set it down in here to keep your humidity levels up. Mine didn't come with that option. I like that option, but I use Bovia packs for most of my stuff. I have used Humicares, but the Bovia packs seem to work better. Another thing I do is I'll take like a shot glass and I'll put like vodka or bourbon or tequila, something in it, depending on what I want my flavors to be at the time. And I'll just fill the shot glass with that and I'll set it in there along with the Bovia pack, Bovita, whatever they're called. And it really adds, not a lot, it just adds a little hint of flavor. Like say you put bourbon in one of your batch of cigars you're doing in that shot glass, it adds a little bit of bourbon flavor to it to keep your when you humidify it and stuff. So that's what I do with my humidifiers. Ben just got his. He's working on what he needs or wants to do with his. Whatever. If you guys do something different or use a different product than Humipacks or Bovita packs, let us know. We'll try it and we'll see how it works out. We got several humidors here. We can take one and dedicate it to that and see how it works out for us, and we'll review it and let you know how it goes. So I'm going to move this to the side here and throw it on the floor. I got a bar stool here. We're sitting at my bar today. This bar is all reclaimed barnwood. It's handmade in Mexico. I went and got it, and I paid quite a bit of money for this. The whole thing is all reclaimed wood, all handmade. has a lot of like big rivets and like black iron corner straps and stuff. It's pretty cool. And the bar stools that came with it are more industrial style. I'll do a video of it eventually and show you the whole bar, how it's built and everything, but it came out pretty cool. I do like this bar being handmade, all reclaimed wood, up from Mexico. So with that being said, I think, what do we want to do first? Do we want to open up the cigars, or do we want to open up the bourbon?
We can try the bourbon first.
Yeah, let's break this sucker open. Benchmark single seasoned, the bourbon standard of the highest quality bonded Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, 50% alcohol proof by volume, 100 proof. 100 proof. Distilled and aged by Buffalo Trace Distilleries. So this is from Buffalo Trace. In 1773, three McAfee brothers named James, George, and Robert left Virginia westward to explore the uncharted territory that would later be known as Kentucky. Traveling by canoe at first, the McAfee Company eventually followed a native trail overland that led to the Great Buffalo Crossing, where the brothers surveyed the land, now home to the world's most award-winning distillery, Buffalo Trace Distillery. The surveyor's marks left behind are known as benchmarks, and this Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey honors the pioneering spirit of these early American explorers. Bonded. The Bottled and Bond Act of 1897 set strict standards for bonded whiskey. This 100 proof Kentucky straight bourbon whiskey, aged for 4 years to meet those standards, enjoy the rich flavor and long, smooth finish. So we'll crack this open. That's just a little history that's on the side of the bottle. I just noticed it. We haven't read this from any of our other bottles, but I seen it, and I thought that would be cool to let you guys know a little bit of history of why they call it benchmark. It sounds like the surveyor marks that they left behind from the original surveying, they called them benchmarks. And they made a whiskey to honor that and called it benchmark. Buffalo Trace. I like some Buffalo Trace. I've tried a lot of Buffalo Trace whiskeys. Or from Buffalo Trace Distillery, some of their whiskeys are really good. So.
And they make those Buffalo Trace cigars.
Yes. Buffalo Trace cigars. I gotta get some in. We'll do a review on those. Those are really good. If you guys have tried them and you like those Buffalo Trace cigars, just drop a like and a comment and let us know what you thought about them. I really did like the Buffalo Trace cigars. Those are really good cigars, you know. So, Benchmark, McAfee Brothers, single seasoned. Sounds good. We poured us a little snifter of it here in our Glencareens. Let's give her a little swirl, get some air, some oxygen worked in.
You can definitely smell the alcohol.
Oh yeah, you can smell this.
And remember, it is 100 proof.
I get some banana smell out of it. What do you think, Ben?
Yeah, it's kind of weird.
I smell some. You definitely get the alcohol on the smell,
Yeah.
but I just get a light hint of banana on there. I like that. Light hint banana. You definitely get your ethanol, and that comes from probably being the 100 proof, getting that alcohol burn in there. Whew, I like that.
I'm not a huge fan of the alcohol when you can smell the alcohol on it, but we'll see what this is like.
All right, let's take a little taste of this. So, I definitely, even in the taste, I get the banana taste.
Yeah.
I really get a really pleasant banana taste right at the start. The middle's kind of sweet and caramely, kind of like like a caramel. It's the middle is really good. On the finish, I get a little bit of that ethanol burn, and maybe a little bit of burnt banana on the finish. What do you think, Ben?
First thing is it's very sweet. It is.
Yeah.
A lot of sweet flavors to it. It's, even though it's 100 proof,
it doesn't drink.
Not,
it doesn't drink like
not,
100 proof.
Yeah,
it's really, for 100 proof bourbon, it's really smooth.
Yeah, it's really smooth for 100 proof. And that bottle was about $18.
I think I gave $18 for it at the liquor store down the street. Yeah.
Yeah. So the benchmark, what I've noticed is like that first benchmark that we tried, the regular one.
The benchmark 8.
Yeah.
Or the benchmark small batch.
Yeah, the benchmark 8.
We haven't done a review on the benchmark 8. We've done the benchmark 8. That was pretty good.
Yeah. So that's about what, $15, $16, and then the bonded is about $18.
Yeah. So they're very affordable bourbons. The benchmark 8 was about $16. The benchmark small batch was about the same, about $16. This benchmark bonded, I want to say I paid a little over $18 for it.
Okay. And then the other day I tried the benchmark. What was it? The floor.
Top floor.
Benchmark top floor. So far out of all the benchmarks I've tried, I like this bonded one the best.
You think?
What do you think?
You think you like the bonded one the best?
I think the bonded one is the best. It's really sweet. And
it is really sweet. Very, very sweet. Now that it's been breathing a little bit, that banana's kind of going away a little bit, but it's still in the flavor. It definitely does have an ethanol burn toward the end of it.
Not super oaky. It has.
Yeah, I don't really taste a lot of oak.
There's a small oak flavor, but not super oaky like these other ones we've tried.
Yeah, that one we tried the other day, the Henry McKenna, that one was super oaky. This one's yours, Ben.
Okay, I'm gonna try the punch.
No, you got a punch?
Yeah, I got all 3 cutters.
Okay. I've never used a punch cut.
I
always use either a guillotine or a V cut.
I don't think I've tried the punch before, but
yeah.
I'm gonna try it.
So I'm gonna light this up. This is that Romeo by Romeo y Juliet. I've never had one. It's gonna be new to me. So I'm gonna give her a shot. I'm gonna start, toasting her up here. I might like my cigars different than other people. I haven't done a lot of cigar smoking in my life. I've only been smoking cigars for steadily. So I have had, like, once in a while somebody give me a Swisher Sweet because they had a baby or something. That I don't consider that cigar smoking. But to say I actually try different cigars and actually been smoking cigars probably about 5 to 8 years that I've actually been buying different cigars and trying them. I like toasting the ends a little bit before I actually drag on them and light them.
Okay. Wow, must be doing something.
Not working, huh?
Not working. I don't know. Let's try this. Do the V cut.
I like the V cut. The V cut's my here. Cut them into this.
Okay.
Again, this is my Drew Estates cigar ashtray I purchased. I really like this ashtray. It's a nice ashtray. It's set up for 2 smokers. I do have another one over here that I think it's in one of our other videos, and it's from Cigars International, and it's a bigger square, and it has the 4 corners so you can put 4 cigars on it. 4 people smoking out. But this by far, I think this is my favorite ashtray that I got. I only got a couple. I do have a pipe ashtray. We said that we've done pipe, that we're going to be doing pipes. We haven't done a pipe yet, but we will bring that to you guys. And I have a pipe ashtray that has a cork in the center to tap your tobacco out of your pipes when you're finished and stuff. So. And that one's an antique ashtray. It's a solid silver, all engraved. And so I'll show it in another video and let you guys check that out. And I have, like I mentioned in our last video, I have a collection of about 36 pipes over here. I will put those up, let you guys see my pipe collection, kind of point out a couple of my favorite pipes and stuff when we do that. What do you think of that cigar, man?
I like this cigar.
Of course you do. You bought it. First time I've ever smoked one of these.
Well, first time I've smoked this one. You smoked the Romeo and Juliet.
I've smoked a Romeo and Juliet. I've never smoked this particular cigar, a Romeo by Romeo and Juliet. Very smooth. It's not as harsh as the one we had on the last video. That Davidoff. The Davidoff to me was a lot harsher than this. This is a really smooth cigar. I really like this cigar.
Yeah. So,
it's got a really nice, mellow, earthy taste to it. A little hint of, to me, this is me now. To me, it has like a really mild hint of chocolate to it.
I'm not tasting chocolate.
And everybody's taste buds are different. You know, that's why we're doing these reviews. You don't taste the chocolate, I taste chocolate in this. Not strong, really light, like a really mellow cacao flavor. Not a sweet chocolate, like a dark, more like a bitter chocolate flavor to it. Maybe my taste buds are all screwed up. I don't know. Tell me, anybody else have tried the Romeo by Romeo and Juliet? Tell me if you got a chocolate taste out of it. I tasted chocolate out of it. I really like this cigar. It's a lot better than the Davidoff we smoked on the last episode. The Davidoff I gave a 6 or 6.5. I would give this a solid 8. This is a really good. This is a really, really good smooth cigar. Now, whether it pairs with the Benchmark, I don't think it pairs really good with the Benchmark. I think the Benchmark is a little too harsh for the smoothness of the cigar. I think we need to find maybe a whiskey or a bourbon that's a little more mellow to go with this cigar. Maybe just a little bit sweeter to go with this cigar. I think, not saying that this Benchmark Bonded is bad, I just don't feel it pairs really well with this particular cigar.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it pairs well with this.
You don't think it pairs well either, do you?
But
it's not dissing on either one of them, because they're both really good. I really like this cigar. I really like this bourbon. They just don't pair well together. I think if you found a different cigar for this, or a different bourbon for this cigar, I think you would have a more pleasurable smoking, drinking experience than these two together. They just don't quite pair well.
They don't pair well. But we are going to flip-flop with our reviews of this cigar, because I think I would give this like a 6 or a 7.
So you're giving this a lower score than I gave the Davidoff or about the same score I gave the Davidoff, where you gave the Davidoff a high score, and I'm giving this a higher score, and you're giving it a lower score. So we're kind of flip-flopping on the cigars from the Davidoff to the Romeo y Juliet.
Yeah, so we're flip-flopping. This one is still a really smooth cigar. It's a little bit darker than I like in a cigar, but you seem to like that darker
I don't know that it's darker than the Davidoff, though.
You don't think so?
I don't think it's darker than... You have another Davidoff in your humidor here?
I do.
One of the ones like we smoked the other day?
Not the same ones, but...
Oh, so it's different. Yeah.
little...
So that's a different... The Davidoff does have a little bit... This is a different one than we smoked the other day. This is a short Corona Nicaragua. And it has a lighter wrap than this. So I can't do quite a comparison on those because they're different. But I think this has a lighter wrapper, a lighter flavor than the Davidoff did.
Well, I'm not a huge fan of it, and I don't know. This tastes darker to me. I think my favorite ones by the Romeo y Juliet series that I've had is that Romeo y Juliet #2. That was the favorite one. I'm trying to think. I haven't had a whole bunch by this series, but that one was my favorite one. I've had the #1, and that, from what I remember, was a little bit darker than I liked.
Right.
The #2 was awesome. I give that one.
So I would definitely buy this cigar. I'm really enjoying smoking this. This is really, to me, has a lot of flavor. It's very smooth. I could really enjoy just kicking back, even without a drink, just kicking back and smoking this cigar to relax. This is, to me, a really good cigar. I really like this. Yeah.
Yeah, and
I'll definitely order me some of these.
And the good thing about the Romeo and Juliet series is they're really affordable. I think these were maybe $11, $12 a piece. So most of their cigars are really affordable. Like that Romeo and Juliet #2
Right.
that I mentioned, that was $12. Super affordable, and it's a really good cigar. They're one of the ones we've talked about where they could probably charge a lot more than they do.
So, of all the cigars you've smoked in your life, what would you consider your #1 favorite cigar?
#1 favorite cigar is the Davidoff Colorado Claro. That is my favorite. I haven't smoked that.
I can't say on that because I've never had one of those.
It's been 10 plus years since I've had those. So I'm trying to order some sometime soon. It might be a little while. But it's been so long since I've had them. I'll definitely do a video when I get around to ordering them. They are a little more on the pricey end.
Yeah.
But they are my all-time favorite cigars. Davidoff Colorado Claro.
So, I would have to say for a high-end cigar, the most I've ever paid for a cigar was $25 a piece. I ordered a pack of 5 at $25 a piece, and when my wife seen the credit card statement, she was like, "What the hell did you order for that cost?" And I was like, "I ordered some cigars." "Did you get a whole box?" "No, I got 5 of them." And yeah, they were a Chupacabra Hellcat, box pressed. Absolute amazing cigars. I've only found them the once. A buddy of mine had some and I tried them, and I found some online and I ordered a 5-pack of them, and my wife about skinned me alive for it, for paying $25 a piece for cigars. They were amazing cigars. If I could ever find some, I would tempt fate and order some more
Yeah,
Even
those
though my
ones,
wife would probably be pissed because I paid $25 a piece for a
those
cigar.
ones are really good.
Yeah, they were good. You had one of them.
Okay. Yeah.
For a cheaper cigar, La Aurora 107s, I think they're called. Those are really good. I've ordered several boxes of those. When I say boxes, it's a box of 20, and I found them for, $120 to $150 for a box of 20 of them. Really good cigars. I would order those again. Next time I order some, we'll do a review on those. And another good place I really enjoy getting cigars. One of my favorite destinations to go is New Orleans. And in New Orleans, right off of can't remember the name of the street, but it's right downtown, kind of catty corner across the street from Mississippi River there, and they have like Cafe de Monde and stuff right there. They have a cigar factory. You can go in and they hand roll your cigars right there in front of you. And they have a lot of different cigars, but my absolute favorite from them, if you want a good cigar and you're ever in the New Orleans area, go to the cigar factory down there and get you Tres Hermanos Numero Tres from New Orleans Cigar Factory. Amazing cigars. I buy them by the box when I order them. Box of 20 or 25, or I think it is, are with shipping and everything from New Orleans to Alaska. I end up paying like $140 a box for those, and they're really good. They go quick. When I get them, I'll go through a box of them with with buddies of mine that come over and like smoking cigars with me and stuff. We'll go through a box of them in a month because they're just that good. But definitely, this is a good cigar. If you guys want to get some and try them, Romeo by Romeo y Juliet, very good cigar. Where'd you get these from, Ben?
These ones I ordered from Cigars International.
From Cigars International.
Yeah.
If you're a veteran and you go on Cigars International, and this is not a paid advertisement, I'm not sponsored by them. I'm just giving you guys a heads up. If you're a veteran, like I am, you go on to Cigars International and you can verify your veteran status. I did mine through GovX. Again, not a paid advertisement. They don't sponsor me. I'm just giving you your veterans a heads up. I love my veterans. I back my veterans. Ben's a veteran. I'm a veteran. Go on to Cigars International, verify your status through GovX, and you get a 10% discount on anything you order from Cigars International. So that's where I order most of my cigars because they give the veterans a 10% discount.
Yeah. So, talking about inexpensive cigars, if I had to buy inexpensive cigars, the Romeo y Juliet series would be up there as a recommendation. I really like them. I mentioned the number 2s that are my favorite so far in the Romeo y Juliet series that I've tried. Definitely recommend them. The Victor Sinclairs.
Victor Sinclairs are really good if you haven't got any of those. We ordered a sampler pack. This is before we started our channel.
Yeah.
We been smoking cigars together for, you've been married to my daughter, what, 8 years, 10 years?
And something.
So we've been smoking cigars together for a long time. We've only had this channel for a month now.
Yeah.
So, month and a half now. But we've smoked a lot of cigars together. We tried a lot of different whiskeys together. And we decided to make this channel because of our passion for cigars and whiskeys and bourbons, to bring to you guys our opinions of what we're drinking, what we're smoking, and we enjoy sitting here and talking and smoking and having a good time. And so definitely try the Victor Sinclairs. We get a sampler pack on, again, Cigars International. Really good cigars. Amazing cigars. I did a trip to Europe earlier this year, and I got some cigars in here that I brought back from Europe. So we'll sample some of them in another video. I don't know. I mean, I think if we can sit here and we can get enough content going, we can get enough followers, like, share, subscribe. I'm enjoying making the videos. I don't know about you, Ben. I think we can get a good following going if we just sit here and don't sit here and try to, oh, I'm in the front of the camera, let's sit here and talk all monotone. No, let's just sit here and enjoy ourselves and talk and speak the truth. How do you like that bourbon? How do you like that cigar? Do you think it pairs good? I think if we just be ourselves when we're doing this, I think you guys will enjoy it more. We'll enjoy making the videos more, and I think we can build something good here. And hopefully, you guys are enjoying our content, and we can get some comments. Hey, try this, or hey, smoke that, and we'll do it. We'll try it. With that being said, I've said in either the last video or a couple videos back, my mom is not doing really good. I'm leaving to like we've said in the past, we're from Wasilla, Alaska, just north of Anchorage. I'm originally from Albuquerque, New Mexico. I am leaving in about 10 hours. I'll be on a plane flying to New Mexico to go help take care of my mother. She has Alzheimer's and she's bedridden. And my dad, he had a stroke a few years back, and he's partially paralyzed from a stroke, and he can't take care of her by himself. So his wife and another one of my daughters, along with my brothers that live down there and stuff, we've been all taking turns helping take care of my mom. And I'm going down tomorrow morning. Like I said, in about 11 hours, 10 and a half hours, I'll be on a plane. And I'll be down there for 6 weeks, 7 weeks. I come back to Alaska January 3rd. Today is November 15th. I fly out tomorrow morning, so November 16th, and I won't be back in Alaska till January 3rd. So from now till then, we won't be making videos together. He'll be coming here to the bar and making some videos whenever he's home on leave. He works up at Pogo Mine, and he works 2 weeks on, 1 week off. He's on his week off right now. So when he's home, he'll be making some videos and posting them. And while I'm down in New Mexico for the next 6 or 7 weeks, I'll be doing videos down there and posting them. So we'll be posting videos by ourselves, but we'll still be bringing you guys content. Hope you guys love it, support us. Hope you guys like our content. I mean, we're just two country boys just trying to give our opinion on some good bourbons and some good cigars for you guys to try.
Now, I know you mentioned New Orleans. I've been to St. Louis. I'm trying to remember the name of the place. It's been years, long time ago. But I was in St. Louis, and they have their the Chess Club of St. Louis. I think that's the name of it. There's a bar / cigar place that's a few buildings down from the Chess Club, and they have some really great cigars. This was, I'm trying to remember, I don't even remember what year it was, 2010, 2012, something like that. But they have cigars there that is their company makes, so you can only buy them there. From there.
Okay.
So they were at the time like $10 a cigar. They were short, but what was cool about those, they had pipe tobacco and it was rolled in a cigar leaf. And for $10, you could buy, it was a decent sized cigar. Like even, down there where the price was cheaper, like that was a really good price for your cigar. And I don't remember the name of the place, but
we'll do some research, and maybe next video you make, because I won't be here, you'll have to be doing it on your own. Maybe you can find that place, find the name of it, and let everybody know, hey, if you're in the St. Louis area, go here. They got good cigars.
Yeah, or if some of our viewers live in that St. Louis area and they know where that chess club is at, if that building is still there, they'll know what I'm talking about. But they had pipe tobacco rolled in a cigar leaf. That was really good.
So I've never heard of that.
We've never heard of that.
Never heard of rolling pipe tobacco into a cigar. But I have heard, and a friend of mine, her dad smoked cigars. And when he was done with his cigar, and as everybody knows, you stay with a little nub at the end. It just gets too hot to hold. You can't finish smoking the last inch of your cigar. So he would set it there till it went out, and then the next day or two he'd save all those little nubs from the end of his cigars, and then he would take a pipe and he'd put it in his pipe, and he'd finish smoking that cigar in his pipe. So kind of opposite what you're saying, where they're using pipe tobacco to make cigars, he's using the cigars to smoke in his pipe.
Yeah.
So he got every last bit out of every cigar he smoked. I've never done that. I've thought about trying it, but it's just, I've never done it. That's a really smooth cigar. I really like that cigar, Ben. Thanks for getting these.
Yeah, this one is really nice. Like I said before, a little bit darker than I would like, but really, really smooth. A lot of flavor, other than it being a little bit darker. Like, it's not too much darker, just a little bit darker. I like a little.
I would compare this, even though it is a little bit darker, but a really good cigar I like. It's been several years since I've had one. I can't find them up here in Alaska. So when I go down to New Mexico, because that's where I first smoked one, I try to find them. So when I go down now, I'll try to find some. But they're made by a cigar company called Garcia y Vega, and they're Garcia y Vega Corona. So they're a little bit lighter wrap.
Mm-hmm.
Very, very good, very smooth cigars. So I'll see if I can find some when I'm down there this next month, and bring some back, and then we can review them when I get back.
Okay.
So with that being said, I think we're going to bring this video to an end. You got any final words to say here, Ben?
Guess final words would be, I would definitely order these again though. They're really great, especially for the price. It was.
Yep, I'm really enjoying this cigar. I agree with you. I will order me some of these, put them in my humidor, and it's a really good, just light it and relax cigar. Super smooth, very relaxing,
but
good flavor, not overly harsh, not so too mild that you don't get a good taste out of it.
But what type of whiskey would you pair with this? Because this one, like we mentioned, a little bit too.
This one's
harsh.
a little bit too harsh for it, I think, and I'll have to do some experimenting. But I think this would pair better with maybe a Blanton's something not quite as harsh. I know it's a different distillery, but
Bland's, is that the one?
with the
On the
with
far-
the horse on the top, yeah.
The far end.
So
there.
maybe a Blanton's or maybe even a cognac or a brandy. I think a brandy, because of the sweetness of a brandy, would pair well with this. We'll have to do some experimenting with this cigar. We'll have to order some more and do a little bit of experimenting and see which would pair better with this. But I think a bonded whiskey or a bonded bourbon is just a little bit too much for this cigar.
Yeah, now you and I have different tastes in cigars a little bit different taste in whiskey and bourbons. I would say if you're going for the lighter flavors, definitely like the Bushmills. I think you've had Bushmills.
I've had
before.
Bushmills.
So Bushmills is one of my favorites. I prefer Irish whiskeys, and the Bushmills has a lighter flavor. I think these would pair well with that sort of.
You know what I think would go really good with this?
What would go?
And we're gonna have to. You got more of these,
Yeah.
so we'll have to save them and do it and try it. A Jameson.
But you said you don't like James.
I like Jameson, and they have the finished Jamesons. So they have the Jameson. It's finished in, I think, Guinness barrels.
The stout. Is
The,
that what it
the
is?
Jameson Stout. Jameson Stout, I think, would go really well with this cigar.
Yeah, probably would.
And I know that's throwing some, because they finished Jameson Stout, I believe, in Guinness barrels, so you're getting a little bit of that beer flavoring over. Beer is more sweet, but I think it would pair well with this. I really think a Jameson Stout would pair well with this cigar. I think you're going to have to use a finished whiskey for this cigar. So, with that being said, we'll do some research and we'll try these with some different whiskeys, and maybe we'll do another video with these to see, hey, it goes well with this or it doesn't go well with this. So, keep watching, like, share, subscribe, and we'll see you on the next one. You all have a good evening, and thanks for watching.